This is Damon Stevens. FinWell Published. Today is Monday, August 1st, 2022. This is a stock market update for our trades of the day and at a new month. So let's see what's going on for this month as we start out here and see where we can make some money together. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel at FinWell Live. And if these videos are helpful for you, definitely tag these videos and show your support. That way we can continue bringing these with you to you and hopefully, give you some training, some helpful tips that, that we're using on our daily trades. And again, we do have a Discord. So you can go to our website, finwealthlive.com, and there you can join our Discord, where we post our numbers before the market opens, what we're getting into, where we're getting out to take profits. And that way you have a game plan and you know exactly what we're looking at, what prices we're looking at, and how we're planning to trade. All right, looking at the market here, you can see Dow Jones closed down 0.14%, NASDAQ 0.18%, and S&P 500 down 0.28%. So overall, pretty well flat, right? You can see here we just kind of those little chop back and forth. So pretty well flat for the day. A little money flowing out. We had a lot of money flowing into tech last week. So a little bit of that money coming back out of here, coming out of energy across the board. We're in earnings season right now. The big hitters were last week, so these pumped a lot. So we're just seeing a little bit of a retracement here, a little pullback here on some of the stocks here. But our small caps really came to life. So QRTEB, look at this. So 326%, 27% pretty much. Volume though was light. This is the thing I did not like. It's fairly light. Still did a little bit of trading on this one. Just a titch, just not the whole thing. And then LTR PB, definitely got on this one to look at it. But I did not trade it because this volume was too low. When the volume is really low, it's a really high risk. You can get into the trade sometimes and you can't get out or get out on time. So that's a bit of a challenge. There's also a stock that just went parabolic. HKD. It started last week and it's one of those squeezes that short squeezes just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. You don't know where the top is, so you can't really guess it. And if you try to short it, well, you can't short on the platforms I'm using, but if you try to short that thing, you would have probably got hammered and just lost everything and been part of the short squeeze. But we'll take a look at that just so you can see kind of some of the parabolic stuff that's going on. And, these are things you should avoid unless you're catching them right at the very bottom. Otherwise, it's just a gamble. So if you're going to gamble some money, I guess you could take it, but just know you don't know when it's going to pull back. So let's look at it. Well, here's HDK on a 1 minute chart. You can see that we were down like around $69 here on the 28th of July. And then we got up to from $69 to $153 the morning of July 29th, and then a high from 153 up to 479. Just crazy. And then we had a pullback over the weekend. And then today, we started the day out at 289, around 290, and went to a high of $951. Nuts. This is just crazy. And no reason for it. There's no momentum here, no value to the company that's driving this price. Just people just chasing, just a big old gamble. So, you kind of saw that with GameStop, when GameStop pumped up, to outrageous amounts, and AMD did the same thing. So this is just one of those stocks that's getting pumped up, and when it dumps, it'll dump hard, and nobody knows where the top is, and nobody knows where the bottom is. But probably somewhere down here in the support area where we've consolidated before. Looking at our TBLT on a 15-minute chart. So really the high today was 955 from a low of 680. And last week, it was the low, it was, around $6, and we got almost to $9. So we kind of spiked our trend line, our trend channel here. We spiked this top band, came back and spiked up towards it again, the top here, and then we're pulling back down again. But you see back here, July was the last time that we had this pump, from a couple dollars clear up to 10, almost 9, 932. So that's kind of the last pump, and then we just kind of just pulled back, and TBLT pulled back for a while, for a few days, and then here we got our next pump up and a retry. And so do we have more? Can we, hit the trend line here and again here and here and then somewhere up here? It's possible, but we did put a higher high in here. But as long as we don't put a lower high or lower low, there's a possibility. So we'll watch this one, but boy, nice run here. And at least you can go back in history and see kind of where we were there before. Revlon too, just rocket right here today. So you can see here we're down at 427 with a high of 990. And we pull back here, try to reattempt it again and pull back, but we're above the moving averages. So we'll look to see if we get another run on this tomorrow. You see on Revlon on a daily chart, last time we were here was back on June 22nd, and that was like 989. So, and we came up to, basically 990 here today. So pretty much right here, right even. But you see, last time we ran up here, you had this huge pullback and then kind of chopped a while and came back down, back around, $4. So just be aware of that. This may be short-lived. But for right now, we'll see if we can, possibly scalp this or see if it's got more momentum built behind it. So QRTEB on a 15-minute chart, you can see here this curl up here, from basically $4 up to, this high of 21.42. And then it's kind of curling back here, but it's above all the moving averages. We'll see if we can hold here, see if we can get a little bit of a bounce on this one, but, nice rocket ride. Look at on this one on a monthly chart is what I had to use to go back and kind of really see what the history was. You can see we hit a high here back in April of 2021, but not as high as we went today. So 1740, so 1823. So, double bottom, looks like a double bottom. And this is the neckline. This is the neckline. We just barely broke it, which means you either going to pull back here and retrace back 50% here possibly, or, you're going to run up 100%. So basically take this space here and add it to the top. And so you're looking at, another $15 possible. But looking back on the monthly chart, you can see here, we did come into this resistance area right here. And this was back in May of 2018 and December 2018. So this is kind of May to December. So, basically a half of a year consolidation and then before it failed. So we're right back up there again. You see we did pull back a little bit. So we'll see if this has some more juice in it, but just be really careful on this one because this one ran, but it's pulling back here. So don't get stuck on it. On the S&P 500 E-mini futures, you can see that we're consolidating. So we had a consolidation box here, an area here, and back here in May of 2022. And we're here again consolidating. So, how long do we stick in here? It's hard to say. But, last time we were in that zone, we pulled back, came back up, retested, failed, came down. Now we're back there again. So unless we break out, above this 4189 area, we very well could, come back here and break through here and pull back again. So just be aware of that as it relates to the S&P 500. Looking at the market watch here, you see Tuesday, we have job opening information come out, vacancies for homeowners and rentals. So real estate may be, very volatile tomorrow. Then Wednesday we have, the PMI. So this is where factory orders, this is where, we could see some definitely volatility. So a lot of news coming out. So just be careful trading that market. Looking at our calls and puts. So the puts are, people are shorting the market with contracts. Calls is the green area where people are going long on the market. And you can see right now, the number of puts to call ratio is 3.32. So there's 3.32 investors shorting the market to those who are going long, which means it's very bearish. You see here the current price of the stock's around 410. Max Pain, if the market wants to take back all the money that they put out there on these contracts, they need to get the stock market to close at 402. That doesn't always happen. I've seen it come right into the number sometimes it's way off. And it rewards either the people, on the call side or the shorting side. But, you see here, this is the strongest area right here at 390. This is at 400. So down, around, $10 below where we're at now. And then here's your calls, a little bit less, number of contracts here at 410 and 420 is kind of where they're, these call purchasers kind of wanted to see the stock go. So we'll see. This changes daily. Sometimes you see some cashing out like Friday. Thursday, we had all this clear out on the SPY. And then Friday, we had that squeeze where just tons of volume came in to cover these people who are shorting the market and losing all their money. So look at earnings here. You can see that, busy day come up here. So Uber, Caterpillar, JetBlue, Marriott, AMD, PayPal. So we'll be looking at all these tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a nice busy morning and afternoon, trying to see if there's opportunities here in these stocks. So this is kind of where we'll be watching. This is an extension of our current watch list. So we definitely pay attention to the numbers. Definitely get on our Discord so you can see what we're trading and when we're getting in, when we're getting out. So looking at Tesla one day, so Tesla rejected off here. So it came up here, hit the top of this deviation band, has this nice rejection candle and pulled back. So obviously we're extended. Now look at what's funny is, we talked about this in last night's video. It was, Tesla's either going to the top of this candle or this candle before rejected. Well, guess what? It went to the top of the first candle and rejected. That's where rejection happened. Came back down here onto the support of this candle. So now the question is, now that's reversal candle, do we break down from here and retrace this candle? It's possible. It does that, it can do that a lot. You can see here, that's what happened here. You had this big pull up here and then a failure, and it pulled back and engulfed this whole area. So definitely can see this pull back here. So that's a risk here. So we'll be watching that tomorrow. Microsoft on daily, nice rocket ride. See that it was in this zone here in our third band here. That's kind of where it's spent its time here, and now it's kind of pulled back. So does it reject like this did before on Microsoft? It's possible. But right there in that zone right here, and obviously finding some resistance. So, pullback is normal to see there. So we'll see if that happens. Amazon, very flat for the day. So 2 days sitting under that 200. So obviously did not have enough energy or volume to move itself up higher. So we'll see, what the market brings, but we were gapped up. So more likely this is going to come down and fill these gaps at some point. And we have this gap here as well. So kind of left this open, this whole area open. Apple gapped up last couple of days, sitting up here on these highs, kind of towards the top of this candle, trying to see if we get a continuation play back up to here. Right here is the top of that candle. You see we tagged it twice and failed twice. So if we can't hold that, we'll probably come back and retrace it, maybe come back down to these lows and try to get support to run again. So Apple having a hard time breaking through. Chipotle, huge run. Now we're pulling back a little bit to retracement. Likely we come back here and probably test these top of these candles at 1531. Nvidia, try to tag that 100 and came short. We'll see if we can get another run at it. But you can see we consolidated here back in April and consolidated here in June. And now we may consolidate here again in August here. Again, subscribe and let's keep these videos rolling your way. And definitely check out this video here that we have online. I'll tell you a little bit more about our company and what we do. This is just real quick. Number of companies above the 200-day moving average in the S&P 500. We're sitting around 33%. On a 50-day moving average, those companies that are above the moving average, you can see here we've kind of been on a lower time frame coming down here. We spiked it, which is where we were at before, and we kind of pulled back a little bit. We'll see if we have another failure. Every time it's come up here before, these last 3 times has been a pullback. The 10-year yield, as long as this goes down, the market can, it helps the market to go up, and we are coming down. We're on support level now, so hopefully we don't bounce here. But right now, for the market, seeing the 10-year and the 2-year coming down is good for the market to go up. Oil kind of consolidating, pull back here after breaking out of this wedge, and so it's kind of shows some weakness here. So we'll see, we could chop all the way back down here to this lows, around 69.51. But, obviously US was wanting to break out of here if possible. Dollar, as long as the dollar is coming down, that helps the money moving in the market. Sitting here on the 50-day. Last time we were on the 50-day, we rejected off of it, ran up. Rejected off of it, ran up. So now we're there again. So do we reject off of here and run up? It's possible. So definitely watching this area of support for the dollar. Gold, dollars come down, money's going into gold. But we're right up on this resistance area. So we're at a support level for the dollar, a resistance area for gold. So you're seeing correlation of the opposing stocks out there are coming at the same time to their area of resistance support, which means both of them could react in the opposite direction here. So something to be aware of. The VIX kind of come down here, kind of pop back up here. If it breaks through this line or gets above, this 23.74, turnaround Tuesday will be a turnaround to the downside. If we can get the VIX to pull back down low again, then, it'll be a turnaround to the upside. But right now, it's looking more like Tuesday will be a down day. Look at the VIX on a weekly, it's continuing to channel down here. So that's good for more stocks to move up. Looking at the SPY 1 day, you see we're kind of in this consolidation area right here now. 2 days in, here we spent, almost about 2 weeks in before failing. So we'll see what that brings. Hopefully we can get some help in there. SPY on 1 week, just so you can kind of see a different perspective. Here's a candle. We chased up this candle. We talked about this in our videos. And now we're back on this candle. So we could chase back down this candle too. But if we break above this candle and hold and break this area, then we could start to climb back up higher. Couple Qs out on those bands. Looking to see possible pullback here a little bit. You see last time we were here, that's exactly what happened, is we had a pullback. We hit this area and then we pull back. So we're hitting that area again. Semiconductors, we're up extended in these deviation bands. We're not quite as high, 249.12. We kind of be the line in the sand if this the semiconductors want to break out of here. IWM, same thing. You can see last time it came up here, rejected, and now we're coming up. And so we'll see if we can break through or if we're going to reject off of it again. Financial sector, so XLF, a nice run up here. So you double bottom. Here's the neckline. Double it, you're coming up here to this area right here. And we're kind of working our way up there, and this kind of, where we came from and kind of, where we expect to go is somewhere around that 35, 56 area. Looking at the energy sector, try to make a nice run up here, kind of a little double bottom here. So we'll see if we can get more out of this, but right now XLE probably hitting its peak right now. Bitcoin, nice little wave here. So we're trying to break out and break up, but so far we've failed, and so they'll have to try again here. But right now you see Bitcoin trying to reach that top, but not breaking through. And Ethereum, same thing, it failed to break through. Nice bullish momentum, but has not broken through to the upside over this resistance area. So we'll see if we can do it this week. There's a lot of catalysts out there that could push it up there, but definitely stay safe out there. Definitely lock profits in, because if we can't push through, at some point the market will tire and it'll probably come back down. So just be careful out there trading. We'll talk tomorrow night with our trades, review them, and get a game plan for the next day. Everybody have a great night and look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Definitely join our Discord so that you can be getting that information live in the morning. You only have to trade 30 minutes of the day typically, and you're getting your money on those our listings that we post every morning. So something to be aware of. Everybody have a good night. Talk to you later.